2013. I spent time in military police, the infantry, and special forces.
I served 20 years in the Air Force. 10 years I was a jet engine mechanic on the F-111 model. And for 10 years I was paralegal. So that was a nice transition for me to get out with that.
Did 20 years in the United States Navy on lots of ships, overseas, collect military deserters, security, a recruiter. You name it and I've done it.
I served 4.5 years in the Navy.
So I was Air Force communications technician. Was 10 years, 9 months of service, 2 deployments, one as a TCN escort and one as a radio operator in Afghanistan.
How did you get involved with Forgotten Not Gone?
Well, I normally walk my dogs at Craig Ranch Park, and I remember seeing the big green truck that said "Stomp Out Suicide," but I always used to see Peter and the guys. And I went and said hello a couple of times, still kind of shy. And one particular Sunday, I was having a real bad day. And for some reason, I just had one foot in and one foot out. I really didn't want to be here. And then I went to the park on a Sunday, and I was walking my dogs. And I seen about 6 beautiful women. And me and my dogs walked up there. And the only thing I could say was hello. And they hugged me. They saved my life. They literally saved my life.
I met Peter and Kelley shortly after I started my foundation, and around February 2016 is when I met them. And they're the first organization I kind of connected with and started partnering up with.
A fellow UNLV student he was volunteering with Forgotten Not Gone, and he brought them into a class. So to speak about the experience and about Forgotten Not Gone. And I met them and I was like, I want to be a part of this organization. And that was it.
Summer 2018, I attempted suicide, slit my wrist. Was inpatient at the VA medical center and had to restart everything. My entire life had failed me. I was born in Las Vegas and didn't talk to anyone, lost friends, lost relationships, lost everything. I'm in the VA talking to one of the guys, Phillipe Snow. He connects me to MVP, which is where I went, helped me with my recovery. MVP sent me to Forgotten Not Gone. There's a kind of symbiotic relationship. We funnel each people back and forth based on what their interests are. So that was how I found out about Forgotten Not Gone, through MVP.
I moved to Las Vegas 3 years ago, got connected with Peter and Kelley immediately. It was during the pandemic, everything was shut down, but as soon as everything started opening up, we started going on walks. They got me connected to the 22 Warriors organization, and my income was affected by COVID. And I was just signed up for Uber, this was 2 years ago, and my car broke down, it was too expensive to fix. And because Peter and Kelley, I was always seeing them, they were always including me in everything that they were doing. They invited me to this barbecue, and there they were looking for veterans that needed a vehicle. And 1 month after that barbecue, Peter and Kelley nominated me there at that event for the nomination, and I got the car 1 month later.
What was your favorite or most memorable ride?
A favorite ride. I would say my favorite ride was with Peter. I had just graduated with my bachelor's in social work. I was extremely stressed out, getting ready to go on a trip for Student Veterans of America, and we took the hill. We went out to, I can't remember the name of the road, but it basically starts all the way up on one side and goes all the way up on that side, and they've got videos of them on those roads, but we took that one hill down and rode back up. That's my favorite one, with me and Peter just screaming. And
we rode down to Craig Park one day, and I reached the speed of 22 miles an hour while riding my bike, and that felt good.
Forgotten Not Gone was in Red Rock Park. where there's hills and hills and hills. Needless to say, I didn't make it all the way, but I will conquer it.
4th of July 2 years ago. We were being filmed and it was awesome, and we got to the end and I had my first flip. First and only. When you have one, you learn pretty quick, but I came in a little bit too hot at the end and turned a little bit too quickly. Fell over, cut my arm pretty good, and but everybody was quick to get first aid kits and patch me up and bandage me up. So that's what we are. We're a family, we're a community.
My best memory from riding, I would just say just meeting new people, you know, and just figuring out what they do, what we do. Everybody has their own little thing.
I didn't know where we were going to go, how far we was going to ride, if it was going to be challenging or not. And actually, I had my first ride at Peter and Kelley's house. So I went over one day just to kind of visit with them. And they was like, hey, you want to get in the Trike? You want to go for, so we got in the little bullets. And we just rode around the neighborhood. And I was like, this is so much fun. And it was just freeing. So, and then so when they told me about other rides that they had and they were trying to do, I was like, I'm there. You know, if I'm here, I'm there. And so that's probably my favorite memory.
Because I actually started riding my bicycle in Germany. So I was like, yeah, I like bike stuff. Let's go hit the trails. And they're like, no, yeah, we don't really hit the trails. I'm like, what do you do? We got to come out and see. It's kind of hard to explain. I'm like, this sounds like a load of crock. But my guys, speak highly of you. So if Emerging Vets and Player says you're good, I'll come check you out. I come check them out, and I'm like, what are these contraptions? I think I saw one of this joint right here. So I was like, what is this? You want me to get in that? I can't get in that. That's okay, we got all these. And I was like, well, what are those? You get in, you start pressing the buttons, moving, pedaling, rolling around, and you saw the Wednesday nights. That whole environment was just spectacular. And I felt like, I was like, okay, I can do this. I can do this.
What would you say to a veteran who doesn't want to hang out with other struggling veterans?
So I've done both sides. I've brought friends and rode and showed them around. I've come, put my headphones in, and as soon as I walked up and said hi Pete and Kelley, bloop, help them get the bike down. I'm not talking to anybody. I'm riding. I'm not talking to anybody because I'm not here to talk to anybody. I'm here to not be in my house, and that's it. That's it. That's as far as I'm going today. Today's not a socializing day, and nobody says anything. Nobody looks at you sideways. Nobody expects or assumes you're going to change that. They kind of let you do your thing because we understand. And that's one of those things where when you're coming out and you're trying to recover from the darkness, I call them my dark days. You're like, well, how do you do this? There's no roadmap. There's no template. You have to create this on the fly. And yeah, you use the resources that are available, but every veteran kind of has to go through this, their own way. Some people are married, kids, businesses, all these things. So as you're going through it with other people who understand, you realize that they get it. And they're not going to have people around that don't get it. And that really helps when you're trying to figure out what it is going on, right?
All I know is when I seen that word, stomp out suicide for veterans, it's real. It just happened to be my day. And I was surrounded by love and respect. No one asked any questions. And as I cried, they cried.
You have the people that want to get up and they want to tell their story about what they've been through and how they got to where they're at. And then you have the other individuals that just kind of like sit back because they're not really comfortable. They're just meeting people for the first time and, in fact, it's strangers. But the one thing I do like about the environment is that it's such a caring environment that if you choose to share your story, if you choose to express how you feel, you can. But no one's like saying, hey, so what's your story? What brought you here? Like, there is none of that happening. It's really just riding. It's like fellowship. It's just talking. And then you feel comfortable to do whatever you want to do. Like, if you don't want to ride as far, that's one of the things that Kelley does when we're doing our women veterans ride. She'll say, how's everybody doing? We'll stop. We'll take our water breaks, And it's just, it's not any type of stress. It really is just a relaxing environment and a great way to come out and meet other people that are maybe dealing with some of the same issues that you're dealing with. But I do know it is hard as veterans to admit that we have issues. I was just having a conversation with a bunch of women about how sometimes it's hard for us to ask for help. And especially if you're like a single woman and you don't have like a spouse, and sometimes if you have a spouse, because for a long time you were forced to do things by yourself. and you are totally dependent upon yourself. This group allows you not to feel that way. It allows you to be vulnerable, but in a caring and nurturing environment. So it's really near and dear to me. I really appreciate it.
Your life is going to improve. You're going to have a community that's looking out for you, that's helping you, that's there for you to listen to your problems and offer solutions. Solutions over suicide is one of their SOS sayings. There's many of them, but solutions over suicide is my favorite, SOS.
So I would say if you are isolating, if you know you need to get moving, Forgotten Not Gone really offers everything that you need to kind of get yourself going, whether it be just starting relationships, then later on meeting more people and maybe finding a totally different tribe. But it's something that is fun. A lot of times there's different people every time. If you're looking to get out and get moving, and it's easy to do, it's easy to ride the bikes. And they also have them where you don't have to pedal if you can't, to start out that way. So I would just say if you're needing something and you know you miss your veteran community or are realizing again that you miss your veteran community, this would be a good one to join for all those health reasons.
Like they say, be stigma-free, get out of the damn house. Getting out of the house is the hardest part because there's a million and one reasons not to. Before I even get in my car, somebody's going to say something stupid or throw something out of their car or do something that's going to bother me. Don't fucking worry about that. That shit's going to happen. Get out of the damn house, come out, ride. If you don't want to talk to anybody, pull Peter or Kelley aside like, hey, what do I need to do? Because I don't want to talk to anybody today, so do you need anything from me before, I go radio silent? And they'll let you know. Or they're like, just go ahead. You're good. Just follow, the visual commands. We're good. And not that there's a lot, but just in case there is, right? And it all works out. I feel like that's the thing that we need where you have, I don't want to say it this way, but a safe space. A familiar space, not a safe space. A familiar space where we get it. They get it. And the people around you get it. It's nice to just not have to be on. You can kind of just cool out. And bring your family.
If you're missing the military, or if you're missing the camaraderie from the military, if you're looking for a friend, if you're looking for a nice place to relax and unwind, no questions asked, just come. Forgotten Not Gone is for all of us, and it works. I'm here today with a smile on my face because of that big green truck. That's a true story. They saved me.
I would say if you have been sitting on your couch, which I have been doing for a very long time now, due to my chronic back pain, I used to be able to run 3 miles a day. I can't run now because of my knees, because of my back. You can get on this bike and ride. You can sit, you can stand. I tried the street glider. It's just a balance thing, but they have the electric assist. So even if you don't want to pedal and you need that help, then the bikes are equipped to help you. They have the hand glider if you don't have use of your legs. So anyone who wants to can take advantage of this FNG program.
If you know you're missing your veteran community or you're starting to feel that you need your veteran community, Forgotten Not Gone is definitely a place to start.
How do Trikes help?
Helped me a lot. It's just the camaraderie of military veterans.
I don't know anybody that's doing it better than FNG and Kelley and Peter.
It means knowing that there is something outside of my home that I have to look forward to. It means having a support system in place with a group of individuals that maybe have similar needs, desires, dealing with some of the same issues that I am dealing with. It means having a caring support system in place for me to have a place to go and just kind of like leave all of my worries and my cares behind, and then a great start to my week.
I mean, I'm broke from head to toe, and there's people that they can't do some things, but they want to do something that's athletic. Well, that's where the recumbent bikes come in. I've seen someone ride a bike for the first time in several years with them because the person lost the ability to use their legs. And next thing you know, they're riding a bike. It's people that want to get out, they want to do something. They may not know, whether it would be riding the bikes, but what I always tell them is go try it. You like being outside? Yes. Did you used to like riding bikes? Yes. Do you want to be around people that honestly care how you're doing? Yes. Go try Forgotten Not Gone.
Forgotten Not Gone has helped me in the fact that it allowed me to meet other veterans, okay? And it's all across the military spectrum, okay? We're one big happy family, and it keeps me happy, and I look forward to meeting with them every time we ride.
What is your favorite part of Forgotten Not Gone?
I felt like a kid. I mean, I felt like I used to ride a lot of bike when I was a kid. You know how it was, 80s, 70s, 80s. I rode bike everywhere, and that is how I felt. I just felt like little 10-year-old me was out there riding. It was so comfortable, and the environment, the people that I was riding with at the time, all the vibes were good. So, yeah, it was nice.
I wasn't surprised because I was seeking it. That's why I went to go see them in the beginning, in the first place. I was new to Vegas. I didn't have any friends. People were pretty much quarantined. So they were my first outlet, and they took me in like family since the first day that I met them.
I think Forgotten Not Gone shines a spotlight on a place that's normally dark for a lot of people. It gives them community hope and just, a reason to keep moving because they know they're not alone.
You can tell it's a passion for them. It's not about running a business. Some people use nonprofit businesses just as another way to make money. Like our organization, not one person gets paid. With them, it was more them paying to run the organization. I really liked how they put their heart and everything into it, and they weren't doing anything to get rich. They were just doing it to help save other vets.
You let your guards down being around other vets, first off, okay? And you feel comfortable. You talk about anything and everything, okay? It's not like, you're protecting yourself. You open up, and that makes it easier to talk about. And a lot of different vets, they offer you different programs that they're involved in or that they know of. Whereas with the civilian world, and I still call them the civilian world, everybody is for themselves. But with veterans, it's not like that.
I like the camaraderie. I like the respect of all branches of the military. It's like a big melting pot here. And it's nothing but love and joy. So if you're looking for some place to be yourself, to relax, this is the place.
Pete and Kelley, it's like my brother and sister from another mother. The thing I love about Pete is his intensity and passion, but it's nice because it's righteous. It's directed in the right way. It's not just everywhere all the time, all over everyone. It has a direction and a meaning, and that's something that I resonate with because I'm a little more intense than I probably should be with a lot of things. And then with Kelley, she is like the perfect complement to that intensity. She's mellow and in the spirit, energy's super calm and welcoming. So them as a duo, it's more than dynamic, it's divine. And I love that about them. It makes this thing coalesce in a way that I don't think anybody else could actually do it.
The few times I actually ride with them, I really enjoyed it. It really helped. Everyone has kind of something they connect with. I connect with Peter and Kelley probably more than the concept of the bikes because, like with me, I do jiu-jitsu. That's my connection. I run a veterans jiu-jitsu program. The thing I like about it is I know they're making that connection with people. That's why when I talk to people about what my organization does, I can tell if they're connecting with what I'm talking about. And a lot of times it's like, well, do you like riding bikes? Well, yeah. Hey, we got Peter and Kelley, Forgotten Not Gone. Do you like hockey? We got, Jason and those guys at the Vegas Veterans Hockey Foundation. It's finding what they connect with, not what we're trying to make them connect with. But I do notice every time I ride with them, I enjoy it.
That it's available, it helps other vets, it's the camaraderie, the family atmosphere. That's the main thing.
As far as Kelley and Peter, their personalities they're very open, energetic, and for the most part, the people who were attracted to them are the same. So I always got along with everybody. Being in the military, it's like being from a small town. Even people, I suppose, from cities. You're like, I'm from Chatfield, Minnesota. So if I were to see somebody, it's just automatically you have a history. You already have a connection. And that's, I think, with military people, for the most part, you have at least a base to start a relationship.
The best part of it is knowing that there is a group of people that haven't given up on veterans, because I have a lot of friends that are veterans that are dealing a lot with depression or dealing with a lot of physical ailments. But to know that you have this group of people that realize that, and they created this program to essentially tell them that you're not alone, that you have a body of people that are going to support you and that can lift you up. I even got one of my coworkers to come out and ride, and she, even when I'm not here, if I'm out of town traveling, she's still showing up to ride. So it is a great program. It's a great opportunity. I love starting my Sundays off with my bike rides, and it really just kind of gives me that momentum to kind of carry me through my work week.
The camaraderie, there's nothing like it, okay? There's a lot of groups who say they are groups, but there's nothing like the military, okay? Everybody's your brother and your sister from the beginning. You meet up with a hug, and not a distant handshake or a nod of the head. It's meeting up with a hug.
It was very refreshing. It was just nice to be able to just ride, let go of all your worries, let go of all your cares, and just be able to have that camaraderie with the other females veterans. So it was an awesome experience.
It's all about that trike life.
It's all about that trike life.
And it's all about that trike life.
It's about that trike life.
It's all about that trike life, baby. Get you some.